Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm doing a review off stream because the World Championship is on, but I wanted to get to this as soon as possible. Get it while it's fresh and then post it up. We had a crazy lane swap game between Loki Esports and Damwon, and I wasn't watching it like completely. I saw some of the craziness, but I was watching more as a spectator, less than an analyst. So let's take a look at this together. From draft perspective, if you don't lane swap in such a game, you're already going to be in trouble. I think Graga's first pick is very fresh. This is something that I'm surprised they didn't play more of in this tournament, because Gragas, I think, still is quite OP, honestly. Even though he got nerfed, but the prior seems to have dropped big time. Yuumi Akali, straight off the bat, Yuumi Akali is super strong together, and you have a lot of options in draft here. You don't necessarily need to pick Garen, it's a choice. Tristana, Shen, prompted the Garen. Like, you have some tricks up your sleeve here with Shen that you can use against Garen, but I don't think it matters too much. This is a fine lane for Yuumi Garen. I think Garen W's the Shen taunt, and then he's going to be fine always. He's going to avoid any all-ins. I'm saying this knowing that it's a lane swap. It's still important to note the mindset of Damwon drafting here. They went Qiyana 4th pick, which is crazy that Qiyana lasted so long. They still have Akali flex. They don't show where Akali goes. They don't show where Qiyana goes. It could still be Akali top, Qiyana mid, of course. Enemy picks Twisted Fate and Ornn. Akali is still fine into Ornn if you want to do that, and you can pick something better into Twisted Fate. Regardless, Akali... It's a common misconception that Akali loses lane against Twisted Fate, but it's just not true. Twisted Fate's ultimate is just good against Akali, and Twisted Fate can itemize very loosely and freely, so he can, he can be safe against Akali all-ins. I don't know how much it changed after the buffs and nerfs, because this is information that I had back in 9.16. But I still believe that Akali in the pure 1v1 should win. The difference maker here is the fact that they have Shen, and maybe Shen is a bigger of a counter to Akali because of the increased cooldown on her ult, and maybe Shen can match up to that. Twisted Fate, interestingly enough, can be fine into TF as well. It was a classic counter in the past. It's good into Ornn too. Right now, Noguri is very happy seeing Ornn on enemy team because he thinks he's going to farm Klepto. The big thing here is, if you decide to lane swap against a team that has no idea that it's happening, already there you have a big advantage. I think it's probably the biggest advantage, because what you lose is, for 5 minutes the turrets are stronger, meaning they have more armor and MR on mid lane and top lane. So this is the disadvantage. This is the system that Riot put in place to prevent lane swapping, because they thought it was boring. Oh, that was loud. Loki have some dashes to get over walls. They have a lot of stuns, a lot of CC. Enemy team level 1 is quite trash. Qiyana, Vladimir, Garen, all very bad level 1 champions. Noguri starting Cull. He's just completely spitting on this Ornn. I think it doesn't make that too much sense. I think you can go Ruby Crystal, and that's probably better. What's up, Cookie? Okay. We're reviewing now. We're reviewing. I love you. Okay. Noguri skill pool, which is not too bad in lane swap situation, but this is another advantage with the lane swap scenarios, that you can set up an invade and you can catch enemy off guard, knowing that most of the time Qiyana wants to start red. She wants to clear her topside camp, starting blue with Qiyana. Her jungle clear is very slow. Her first buff is very slow. So here, if she gets denied and Loki actually catch Qiyana in a situation where she wants to start a buff, is very big. And this works big time here for Loki, because they are committing 5-man while Yuumi Garen is on bottom. they don't expect 5 people to be here, so they can't contest this at all. The level 1 is also shit. This is already a major win here for Loki, because this is going to slow down Kiana's tempo big time. And the big thing here is that Yuumi Garen, they have no potential at all to dive an Ornn. That's what makes this strategy even smarter. The Yuumi Garen have no dive potential together with the Kiana. It's hard to dive an Ornn with these champions. If it was different champions, that it would be much easier. But diving a Vladimir definitely doesn't require that much effort when you have Shen and Gragas. Vladimir needs to pull right away, kind of similar to the situation that we saw in the review yesterday, where Vladimir can get dove. When you have a hard CC, he needs to pull, no one tanks the tower, and then you continue. Here, Gragas, Tristana, and Shen have a great dive onto Vladimir, and Kiana's not going to show up here at all. And early on, Akali is not going to have any prio against Twist of Fate. He's not going to be able to roam. Maybe he can impact somehow with his TP, or maybe with TP with the Yuumi Garen. Maybe that's the way in here. That one maybe needed to consider that they push him bottom, and then to prevent the dive on top, they TP with Yuumi Garen here, and then they lane swap, and then Vladimir goes into bottom, and then laning resumes. Because here, what Damwon should look for at all costs here is to try to recover the game through getting the right lane matchups again. So here, Ornn is just waiting to TP into bottom, I assume, to catch. He can also walk down there, but he has to be scared of not running into Canyon in the jungle. I don't think Ornn is... Oh, that's the Ornn TP. I think Ornn could have just walked, honestly. Ornn could have saved TP here. He could have based and not help in the jungle. Like, what's the point of helping Gragas clear? He could just walk, and he could have been here, and he could have saved TP. This is a very tough dive to make. Maybe it's possible. It would be too greedy. No, I don't believe the dive is possible. Different champions, maybe, but Yuumi Garen, Kiana, level 2. Kiana level 2 is just too useless. She really needs level 3. Here, usually you say that the wave management has been poor, because the wave crashed, and I think you can make the wave crash on the cannon. So here, Vladimir got a lot of XP, and Gragas was not ready to dive. So I think here, what you want to do is, with Tristana, you want to look to freeze the wave as much as possible. I don't know how much they could have frozen, because Tristana and Shen were on the red and were on the invade. But ideally you want to freeze, and then you want to make it crash on the cannon. I think it's much better. Because here Gragas was level 2. Unless they plan to dive on level 2. If Gragas is on the same notes and they dive Vladimir on level 2, that's completely cool, I think. Because still, Shen, Gragas here is an easy one shot. If Vladimir doesn't pull. Vladimir pulls. Then Tristana hits, or Shen can still hit, reset aggro. It's a very easy dive to make. This needs to be coordinated. If they want to commit with Gragas level 2, he skills E and goes. Or here, if they can manage the wave and crash on third, it's better for Gragas, and he can get 3. But here Nuguri is soaking a lot of experience, and here Gragas just was done with his shit. So this is a bit rough. The coordination here is not the greatest, because here the taunt is off, and here Tristana starts attacking very late. As you can see here, she's not attacking. She auto the creep because she wanted the cannon. She could have gotten some more ease off, and then look for the redive. Hey, they took a lot more damage than they needed to. So I think if Tristana starts hitting earlier E, and then they reset properly, so Tristana doesn't take the extra third shot, it's cool. It's good. This is a very good situation for Damwon. Damwon clearly don't know what's going on. Akali used prio to go into bottom, but then afterwards, how do you really pressure dive? I guess here Ornn lost some HP. Ornn lost some HP, so maybe they can go dive, but I think it's always going to be risky if you have Garen, Yuumi, and Kiana. It's not the greatest. Like, Ornn can just W any water Kiana Qs, and it's all good. I think they needed to be ready to TP top, I think that was the play. Just look to match, look to TP top. Nuguri still has TP. There's many ways here that Damwon can get out of this, but I think they're just kind of in a panic mode. I sincerely believe that they could have repaired this. So this is Damwon's inexperience here is showing up big time. The fact that they're still matching is a disaster. Orn still didn't base, he's soaking experience. Damwon still have TPs to play with. Like sure, if they had traditional AD carries and they could hit a bit harder, but I just I don't like it too much. I think the lane matchups are too good to pass up on. I guess Damwon's thought process is just that they want to get the platings. But it's not like Tristana is not taking any of the same platings on top right now, even though through the armor, just because they have better quality champions, Tristana is hitting harder. She has Demolish, she has E. Maybe Damwon is getting first tower. But I think Damwon would have gotten way more if they were in a different state. Yeah, Damwon's champions are just so weak right now. Garen, Yumi. And now finally we have a match. But maybe they lose top tower now. Base gets cancelled, that's also a disaster. Big loss of tempo here. Finally can cancel them again, it's game winning almost. I don't game winning, that's exaggerating, but TP of nuclear and barrel, and this is such a great state for Loki. Ornn is monster fed in comparison to Vlad. He got a lot of XP, got a lot of gold. Gragas had a great start in comparison to Qiyana. And Tristana has a kill and a lot of plates. Tristana shouldn't are just swapping into bots here, I believe, because they want to keep getting as many plating as possible. If they go into top, maybe they don't get the same amount of plates. Well, they don't get because there's only one left, even if they pressure. So here, if they mismatch, they can push faster with Demolish and E. That's the whole strategy here, and why Tristana is important, and why Tristana bans actually hurt this strategy. Okay, Nuguri. Nuguri no flash. He should be dead. Like, my phone thinks.
I can search the web for that. Just tap the search chip below.
Yeah, thanks. Google's spying on me, man. Okay. Now maybe... What's going on with my replay? Why is it not working? I'm just gonna reset. Oh man. Okay, let's find the location again. The only thing that speaks against Loki's move here is the fact that it's a bit inefficient. They miss a lot of CS on bot, top. And honestly, maybe they can still win the matchup. Tristana Shen with this Tristana advantage. TF now with Mercury. Qiyana and Akali can still look to kill TF. I think that's kind of how they have to play. They should look to kill TF and then look to pressure hold map through mid. Because Qiyana and Akali can easily kill TF even with Mercury. It's gonna be too hard if TF is gonna be running loose on the map. At this point, still, I think it's really hard to dive on Ornn. Super hard. With no 6, maybe with 6 they can. I don't know how far away Qiyana is right now. I bet she's far. Shouldn't be too close. Maybe 2 camps. 2 camps. Let's see. So 5 after Gromp. Tristana actually matches up pretty well against Vlad. She has a lot of burst, range, her E goes through everything. That's the first tower for Celebrity, that's the Demolish, boom. Great situation for Loki here. Celebrity is so freaking far ahead, and this Garen Yumi are just not pressuring at all. Tristana can 1v1 the Vlad really easily at this point, and Yumi Garen are just not pressuring into the Ornn. Nothing. So I think the goal of Damon should have been from the get-go to just try to match, especially after Ornn TP'd into bot, because I think that was kind of a blunder. They were just pushing waves into the tower, and they were trying to hit the tower, but Ornn was soaking a lot of XP, and they were denying him when Akali came down. But honestly, the Ornn played this out pretty good. Hani knew when to back off, knew when to stay, knew when to CS. I have no complaints about Hani's own performance here. Honestly, I think I just need to find a better... I need to find a better one. Okay, this is better. That one showing first on the wave. Top lane is mid lane is a non-factor. Kali is 15 CS ahead. Don't get too much. Shen's gonna have ult on. Here in Damon's favor is the fact that Loki I have two waves that are still pushing towards them. They go into top because of the tower. I wonder if they just straight up win fights now. Like Ornn is 6. Maybe they should ignore top and just push into bottom, push all the way, go Drake, and then go top. Because the only reasoning they have to go into top side is the top tower, but Infernal Drake is just too valuable. Because the wave state is completely the same. The wave state is completely the same. They could have gone through mid into Drake, and they have Ornn. I think no way in hell do they lose a fight right now. Like Vlad is so weak, and Ornn ult is so powerful. I think if they went through mid here and didn't go through top, I think very easily they can secure this dragon. Meaning go through here, go into bottom side as 5, give up top side CS for some time, push all the way, start Drake, and then go into top. I think this is the better way. Shouldn't give up Infernal Drake like this. They just want to go for tower. They want to go for plating record. There's no Rift Herald as well to compensate. I think they should have all. They're so strong, they should have everything. I wonder if they start Dragon. Now they spot Tristana top. They spot Tristana top, no TP. They start Drake. Before, they didn't really have a plan to do so. Yeah, mistake from Loki. Vlad needs saving. Loki should have a free Rift Herald now if they kill this next wave top. If they kill this next wave top, then they have too much prio on top to do anything. Canyon is fishing. I think Celebrity shouldn't stay here. I guess he just wants to E. I don't think this is worth. That's a big risk. Just kill the wave and then walk. Help Herald. If you auto attack Herald, then the I cooldown decreases and it shows up more often. So even supports do decent damage to Rift. It's just about numbers in terms of how often you auto attack. bottom wave makes low-key lose a lot of CS actually. As tower is... Does Showmaker have Gunblade? Is this why they're going? Oh. 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 Cannon play this pretty fucking good actually. But he's visible because of TF ult. The fact that Canyon got ult off is so key here. It's weird that he got his ult off. It looks like he can't. Maybe it's a visual bug. That one's super scary in team fights, honestly. As a team, like player-wise, individually, mechanically. So really, really good. I don't know if kinda needs to flash right away. Let's see what Nuguri is doing. The fact that Cannon gets his ult off is so important. And then I wonder if the mistake is that they are running into Canyon. Because what happens here if they just walk into top side? They don't need to fight here. Like, look at the bottom wave. If they don't get caught and engaged on here, then it's a really free situation. And they see Canyon position. Like, Canyon walks right now. I know Canyon is in vision. I think. Yeah, if they have her into top side, nothing happens, and Loki are in winning, really, really winning position. They don't need to take this fight at all. I look at bottom wave. Right now, that one are losing so much. Maybe Loki could win as well. It's weird. I think the Cannon just got too much value. That's the problem. Oh. It's a disaster. I think this is a big reason why people are hyping that one. Is because they actually play balls to the walls. This is some shit that G2 could do, you know? They try to go for a dive that's on the ass hair, you know? That's gonna be like super close. But obviously this is just too risky. The margin of error is just too high. Tristana's back already, and there's Tristana TP, and they don't account for any of this. Yeah, Nuclear should just run the other direction, because it's giving Tristana a reset and delivering Tristana into his team. Deliver me from evil. Well, to talk about the lane swap strategy a bit more, it's definitely into Garen Yumi. I like it a lot, specifically against Garen Yumi, because you have very low dive threat. Kiana is also very bad at it. Vladimir is very bad at it. There is potentially 5 champions here that Damwon are playing that are very weak into it. But I think Damwon, after Ornn TP'd on bottom and they knew they couldn't dive bottom, either you have to freeze the wave or you have to look to swap again, which just never happened. And they can TP both into top which is the strength of Garen Yumi. Like Garen Yumi can put TP both into top, they can prevent the dive, save Nuguri go into bottom, match the Ornn, and then they are Gucci. It was just, there was no attempt from Damwon to match at all, and Loki, I think, made the mistake of giving up Infernal Drake, which is very bad, I believe. Ornn has very easy itemization to win or do fine in split against both. Both champions want to do magic damage. Right now, just low-key, wherever Tristana is, they win very hard. Damon's play is to try to find picks where TF lanes or where Ornn lanes, which is super difficult because Ornn is quite tanky, and if Loki play a very tight 1-4, then they should be winning. This fight is interesting. Celebrity needs to auto-attack a bit more. I don't think he's in a good position though. He is in a very bad position, in fact. Ornn on the flank is a mistake, I think. Tristana got rooted by Yumi ult and then the Kiana ult. It's just a hard fight to fight, honestly, if they allow Loki to, they allow Damwon to enter the space. I think here they shouldn't be allowed to enter. I don't know what's going on with YouTube. Why is it lagging so much? Yeah, don't want Damwon enter this space that I'm painting here. They will have a hard time fighting. They need to contest here. That's why Ornn needs to be on the spot. Gragas needs to be on the spot. But it's weird. Damwon has a lot of tools to kill a fed target. They have a lot of burst, a lot of damage here in mid game, a lot of guaranteed damage, so to speak, because it's hard to avoid Kiana from hitting you with EQ. I just think here Loki has no chance the moment it goes on here, and I think maybe if Gragas or Shen tank up some damage here, they get killed, they get one-shotted maybe Tristan can clean up. Just here is a very bad fight. Ornn is on the flank and Tristan is stuck in the pit. There's no way you win this. Yumi ult and Kiana ult are just too powerful at this point in the game. Oh, what the fuck? How's this working? Wait. So Showmaker gets fucking one shot. What happened to him? Showmaker just blew up. E. Auto. Oh. Tristana just fucking crit 2 times. Jump out. And then Vladimir is exhausted and useless. Like if Akali dies like that, yeah. There's no continuation here. But who fucked up? Cause this looked good for Damwon. Maybe I'm just a silly Billy. Just Akali getting one-shotted here. I guess it just goes to say it's hard to teamfight with Akali against TF because you can't use your Shroud. That's crazy. Because Akali just gets popped here. And Akali is a bulk of the damage. Like here. Showmaker ults first. Or he doesn't even ult. This is Akali dying without using ult. Like she used ult and died instant. She died in the animation of her ult. Maybe it's just too difficult with Akali against TF. But I think he could have waited a bit longer. Holy moly. After Akali dies, I guess there's no threat. Interesting. Wait, he E's right into like Gragas E cancels. Look, Gragas E. That's the one. Gragas smurfed this fight, man. Because it looked kind of bad when Celebrity is getting hit by everything here. Getting Yumi ulted. Shen ulted him. Then what did Garen ult here? Garen just ulted too early, no? Wow. Oh, I thought they would lose. When I see Tristana like this, I thought they would lose the fight. But Akari just gets popped. If Akari doesn't get popped like this, then I just imagine that Tristana will die. But if Akari is dead, they just have no damage right now. Like Vladimir, Kiana throw their spells and then they do nothing, and then Garen Yumi is Garen Yumi. Vlad is really far behind. He's behind in the game, not behind Ornn necessarily. Interesting. Okay. I guess it's just the nature of Yumi, Garen, Akali, Kiana, Vlad. When you don't have AD carry, there's not that much damage. If your key guys die, then nothing's gonna die. Huh? Still think in an environment where they don't let Damwon enter, Damwon has no chance. I think here they entered a bit too far, and it gave them a bit of a chance. So Celebrity has no jump. Flash to stun ult was good. Heads are getting a lot of value. Oh, Nuguri. Oh, this is huge. They just disrespect TP advantage, or what is the thought process here? Because Ornn is on bot. I think you don't need to hit tower. Just walk mid now. Walk mid, let Ornn push out, and then go top tower. They can give this a bit of time. This is too rushed. Just too rushed from Loki. Their game position is super winning. They don't need to rush anything. Push in top wave, go into mid. After going into mid, hover into bot side one wave. Ornn's gonna push, walk into mid, and then you go into top again, catch, and then you push all the way. Don't like. Alright, let's continue. Still, I think it should be completely winning. Tristana should have an easy time surviving. P for Tristana. Let her poke, play on TF rapid fire. The ult is quite important though. The fact that they waste TF ults, you need to be a bit more careful with how you use it, especially against Kiana and Kali, because you need it for the fights. Otherwise, maybe they can find ways in. That one took the better position. They just went straight for the Drake. I need to take a look here, looking back. What's the problem with the tempo here? Team is showing on both. Why are they on ulting? No, they just force battle. If they don't force like this, play on range, keep the position, and then walk into Drake. After keeping the position, they have winning situation. Just without TF ult, without on ult, they don't win. It's a good call to step away from Drake after the situation. I mean, after they use all ults. Maybe Akali should go Banshee and then never show, and then when TF ults, enter the fight. Oh, he's trolling. Bow down cosplay. Tough to do Nash for that one though. They kinda can't. Even though the gold differential here is not that big anymore, and there's 2 Infernal on that one, the fact that all his gold is funneled on Celebrity, that's a big deal. It's like, would you want to be 5k gold ahead? Would you have 5k gold, 1000 distributed evenly, or 5000 gold on the same person? Always 5000 gold on the same person. Just items make items stronger, right? Rabadon stronger with items, Void Staff stronger with item. Every item scales inherently with each other, except if you buy like 2 MR items, then they make each other worse. HP and MR scales together, but if you buy more MR, there's diminishing returns. So I guess MR and armor is the only stat where it kind of is worse to buy more of it. Oh. Celebrity confident. I think TF being bottom, I mean, Tristana being bottom don't give Damwon an opportunity to get mid prio. Maybe low-key spots could pressure more if they had Tristana mid and they pressure onto Nash. But it depends completely on your outlook here on how you want to play the game, but seeing as there's no outer towers, I think just a tight 1-4 with someone on bottom catching is completely fine. I think they're just stalling out the game by playing like this with Tristana bot. She's not gonna get any towers, it's too deep, and they're losing mid prio if Tristana's on bot. A tight 4-1 is good, I think. Even if they have globals. Just keep Tristana on mid, get the prio, step into Nash, contest the space, no one's gonna get dove on bot. You're all good. Gotta accelerate the game because they're reaching a point where Tristana's not gonna get stronger, and Akali and Vladimir and Kiana are still gonna grow. And the scaling is not super crazy beyond Tristana here on low-key spots. And that one has 2 Infernal Drakes as well. It's important to note. I don't like the no Dark Seal Yumi. I think it's like core on Yumi. She's 1-2-10. Maybe he didn't have confidence this game. It was a rough one. Do some Aram. Why not? Nice internet. Get Berlin. Completely ignoring bot. I respect it. Keep Nash space. Flash up on the Guri. It's 2 items now. Oh! I think you flash. Do you flash? I don't know if you can do Nash anyway. But burning TF ult is such a big deal. I think Loki not having mid prio is really strange because that one took it there. That was dead mid. Yumi could get one shot there by Gragas. I do believe. Oh, Canyon. Oh, Canyon. Oh, Canyon. Canyon. Oh, celebrity. Okay. Okay, it worked. It worked. It worked. Oh, it worked. Oh, it's working. Get in there, celebrity. Get in there. Are you Charlie Sheen or Brad Pitt? What kind of celebrity are you? Are you notorious? Oof. Okay. Let's rewind that tape. So it started fantastic. Canyon one-shotted. Like this is a Gragas fillet right here. Yeah, they need to fight tighter. Like here, they need to continue here. The fact that they split is bad. Artifact Flash was interesting, but you know, it kept him alive. Celebrity hitting creeps is iconic at this point, I guess. I guess hit by Kari is a problem. Loki should just stay together here, walk here. They spot Kiana, they know Kiana position. Need to go here. Go a long way. Gragas gets popped. Susana's not hitting this entire time. She has to use W to jump into all. But Nuclear gives reset. And then I guess here it's hard to accomplish much here, I think. Showmaker has no thing, but the E landing is such a big deal here. Then that's the ace. After this, I thought, you know, I saw this fight live and I thought that I'm gonna win now. Now it's starting to get a bit hard for Tristana to avoid all of this damage that's quite guaranteed onto her. She also wasted a lot of money on a GA that did nothing. And Vladimir is now monster fed, but Vladimir no flash. We need flash to kill Tristana, I think. Maybe if Tristana buys MR, she's gonna be fine, because honestly, they are quite magic damage heavy. It's also weird that there's no executioners calling yet. Like it's good against almost whole enemy team. I don't like the G8 choice actually. MR is so good, execution calling is so good. The GA armor, don't really give a shit about that. This is a shit buy, I think. Gragas buying Kindle gem. I could just need some Morellos up in this bitch. And now we're back to the dance. I think Damon's recognizing that they aren't really pressured at all. Damon's big fight should be on Vladimir Flash. Damon can just wait out Loki and see. Because so far they didn't really pressure Nash at all. Loki fucking auto-attacks the Nash. Just as I say that. Here also the pit didn't get cleared, like there's still a ward in the pit, and Damon could just hit mid tower for free. It's a very big deal if Damon can get mid tower because the comp honestly has a hard time hitting it because they are full melee. Like Vladimir is not known for his turret pushing capabilities, so. Noguri with Banshee now. Don't know much I like a Banshee. I guess there's some key spells there. Honestly, Banshee gives a lot of value against this team. They don't have an easy time proccing it. Like Gragas Barrel maybe, but Gragas Barrel is not that long range. It feels longer than it. It looks longer than it is, so to speak. You know, if you're throwing a Gragas Barrel from max range, if enemy gets hit by it, they are smoking. Canyon, Arnold Lewis. I think Celebrity just needs to walk forward more. He outranges the whole enemy team. Like, why is he so far back? He needs to walk up more and use his rapid fire. Hit. He needs to be the one poking. Yumi is very strong at this point though. Like, Yumi has a lot of items. She can heal up a lot of that and she can also poke. I just think Celebrity needs to be the one carrying here. He needs to walk up more and let his team provide him space. If they commit on Tristana, then I think that will most of the time lose. If TF and Gragas and Ornn have all spells, and Shen too. Tristana itemization though is a big problem. Really don't like it. Holy shit. Okay. They didn't do this shit in LCK. It's gonna work. Jesus Christ. He's applauding. It's like, yeah, this is my invention. That's crazy, man. Honestly, Loki had no idea how to play, man. Had no idea how to pressure mid, walk up mid. They just couldn't. Like, maybe Yumi has scaled too hard. I'm not sure. It's hard to judge nowadays with Yumi how mid-prior situation works with Yumi Garen. It's very exotic. But I think Loki could have definitely pressured a lot harder. They wasted a lot of time with sending Tristana into bot. Pressure through mid into Baron. Definitely the way, but now they can siege. Honestly, Nashor is really nasty for them. Enemy needs to commit first, as long as they keep their flanks clean and cleared. Then Loki can siege and take towers very easily, honestly. They're losing a lot of tempo. They can use TFTP. No? No TFTP. No Tristana bases. They're just wasting their Nash. Here it's breaks my heart. Everyone's basing one after one. as a 1 minute Nasher with no gain at all. No gain. No gain Nasher 1 minute. Let's see what he can do with this wave. Walk up, walk up. Walk up, walk up, walk up, walk up. Keep your flank and walk up. Just giving Diamond free wave here. We need to walk up. Okay. DNK is covering your flank on right side. That's a TP. Back into bot side, always into bot side. They can't walk through mid, can't disengage through mid. Celebrity has decent position. I guess half chunk by Showmaker. Oh! What happened here? Did Cannon just get booped by Groggy? Okay. So they need to kite downwards, that's where they have information. They don't know Vladimir position. And they're just fucking over Gragas here. Kite downwards. Kite to your space always. If you see the enemy engaging, kite towards your space. Gragas played good here because he's creating space. At the moment, enemy forces kite downwards and it's better. Okay, Canyon. Ooh. Oh, nuclear. Testing limits with Garen. That's another Inferno. They fucked over Gragas here. I think they need to just go into bottom side. Tama get third Inferno. Enemy has to force. Here, the only thing they need to care about is enemy needs to force. Use that to our advantage. If enemy, most of the time, if enemy engages, it's always better to be the team getting engaged on than doing the engaging in a perfect state, right? Obviously, this is just theory, the idea of only engage. Like if you are forced to engage and you are the team with more options, it always leaves you in a better spot. If, let's say you have an engage comp, an enemy engages on you, you can still use your engage tools onto their engage, right? Sure, like if you're playing Malphite Orianna and you ult first and you get a sick ult, then it's crazy. But you can still do the same if enemy is forced to engage on you, right? There is... How do I explain this? I think the simple way to put it is when you're the one engaging, you're the one using spells and time into closing distance, and the enemy team is not using spells and time into closing distance. You are entering the enemy's space in comparison to you protecting your own space. It's easier to defend a tower than it is to break a tower. It's easier to defend than to attack when it comes to team fight. There's a lot of champions that can't commit the same way as other champions, and inherently this doesn't always ring true, because there are some compositions that, if you engage you're going to win, but the problem there is that's just draft difference and champion interaction. In a vacuum, I would say the team that has to engage is always at a disadvantage, even though there are champions that are designed to engage and go in first and can kill champions that do so. For example, if you play a poke composition against heavy engage, you're going to be at a disadvantage because their champions just interact better than yours. If you're playing engage against engage, if the team that maybe gets the better engage is going to win, but that's inherently a mistake of the team that gets engaged on more so than the enemy that engages. I have to think of a way to make this more concise. But definitely engaging always puts you in a position that's worse than getting engaged on. And I say this with consideration that there are some compositions like here, if we look at this game, that one have a lot of tools to engage and to commit with. If they get committed onto, these tools work just as well. Like disengaging with a Rakan, disengaging with a Vladimir or something like this is not disengaging but counter-engaging. Yeah, counter-engaging is just as powerful as engaging. I don't know why I'm blanking on this. This is something that I've thought for such a long time that always, if you are in a position where enemy engages, you're going to be worse. I've reached this conclusion many times in past analysis. But that doesn't mean if you're playing against a composition that has longer range than you, that you shouldn't engage. It's just that you are inherently worse in such a position. Imagine, like the chess analogy would be, if you're playing a round of chess and you are playing a game that you have to win and the enemy has to draw, then the enemy is going to be in a better position. Meaning, in the analogy of here, of League, is being in a drawish position means that the enemy, there's no fighting and the chess manager is walking up and hitting. That's kind of a drawish position. And then forcing the play, knowing that one needs to force the play, that is inherently a better position because you know what's coming. You know what's heading in your way. So in this position here that Loki was preparing, they needed to hover into Graga's side. They fucked his position by walking, and he's just trying to enter the fight. He could have waited. Loki is disengaging. They needed to play onto Graga's space. The engage was coming, and it was not good with how they played this. Cannon is trolling. Stopwatch. He's not trolling. He's a genius. Oh, DNK. Celebrity, you can hit. There's no threat here. No threat. Okay, Nuguri has flash. Always when Nuguri has flash, I expect the next fight to be won for Vlad. So to continue on the chess analogy, why it makes the difference would be in terms of League is that people bring different pieces, right? It's like League would be chess with completely different pieces where you choose your pieces, and some pieces would counter others. Let's say Bishop is good into this piece, or this piece is good into everything, and there are some pieces that are inherently better at attacking than others, you know. But it's also a fun topic to discuss. It's just that engage in general is really OP because it works both ways. Like Ornn Ultimate, if you're engaging with Ornn Ultimate, it's quite strong. But if you are using Ornn Ultimate into a team that's running into you, it's even stronger because it's easy to land. Same with Vladimir. Vladimir is so unbelievably OP to commit on. He flash, you know, he E flash ult R. R to cancel E, and this is super powerful. But if enemy team runs into Vladimir, it's also super powerful. In some cases, maybe even worse. So engaging on Vladimir just most of the time is very difficult. You want to poke him out and play on distance. So I guess that makes my point more clear. That all these tools that are considered good engages, they are just stronger even in scenarios where teams run into you. So just engage is OP, guys. That's the conclusion. Sorry for getting stuck. I'm feeling a bit tired and cranky. I feel like I could use a nap. I didn't sleep too well, honestly, last night. Well, I slept well, but I just stayed up way too long. I was watching Peaky Blinders. The new season is on Netflix here in Germany now, and Peaky Blinders, man. What a great show. I'm watching so many great shows right now. I got World Championship, I'm watching Westworld, I'm watching Peaky Blinders. What a good life. And nevertheless, looking at this game, Damon the done with the enemy shit, saying Nuguri has flash, we have good items, we can one-shot, Tisana has Mercury, they have no Executioner's Calling still, or any effect. Gragas just went for let's cap CDR build, which is fine sometimes. He wouldn't finish Morello by the time we complained about it. Ooh. Okay. Honestly, Damon starting Nash like this is just too desperate. Loki obviously don't know how to macro. They don't know how to use the fact that they have longer range. They don't know how to use it at all. Damon could have been a bit more patient here, and they could have waited for a bit longer here. Tristana running it down. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, they get the Nash. Infernal. I mean, Elder spawning. This Elder is gonna go down so fast. TP is on. This is optimistic. Another TP. Where's Yumi? Yumi TP. Kanye is nowhere to be found. Nuguri has flash on. Oh, Nuguri has flash on. Okay. Showmaker. I wasn't so optimistic after all. Showmaker flash. Oh. TF die. San should live. Nuclear, where you going? Relax. Alright. Not too bad for Damon. Still, the fact that they use many flashes here is the big deal. They still have flash on Tristana, flash on Shen. Flashes are so important here, and Damon, sure, they live to fight another day, but Vladimir really relies on his flash. Vladimir flash is next level importance. Damon, I think they're Nash too desperate. They can deny more vision, make enemy face check, play on this a bit more, maybe find a better engage. Maybe Canyon can knock some kids into a wall. I think there's definitely better ways to play this than to just start Nash on the crab, show it. I think they were just done with the shit that Loki was throwing at them. This was just pure desperation. Loki was doing nothing macro-wise from 20 to 35 minutes. The way they secured the Nash was through sheer force of Damon just being, oblivious to the fact, and that's cool in its own right. And Loki are wonderful and amazing for accomplishing that. This I saw live. So this was just against Nash. Enemy has full range team. They can clear the wave way too easy. This is too optimistic. They're forgetting the weakness of their composition because they can't find the dive. Yeah, they can't find the same type of engages as in other scenarios, and it's just not that great. TF still manages to die, so that's a big blunder. Here, Loki really had no way of getting engaged on. It's just that Vladimir gets a rage at TF is a big meme. Celebrity can penta, and Damon just thinking they can finish into Nash, into full range. Loki could have even played this a lot safer, where they, just clear the wave. But Damon, I guess it's just a master bait from Artifact, because this is the game-winning play. Wow. It's a fun game. Fun game. But I think still you see a fundamental class difference here. That one didn't know how to handle the unknown, which is very important coming into a world championship, because this is not the last time we're going to see random shit happen. They could have potentially lane swapped back and found the right matchups. Tristana got monster fed. Tristana mechanically was a roller coaster. Sometimes she played super good, sometimes it was troll. There was this fight around Drake Pit that I called out pretty wrong. I thought they would lose after Tristana got caught by Yumi ult and the Kiana ultimate. But Akali just got one shot. This is something that I didn't consider when I watched it. And I saw Akali coming into the fight, because she died with ult on, and she is the bulk of the damage that that one has in that position. Kiana and Vladimir are very bursty champions, meaning they have that one rotation that's big and powerful, but then afterwards it's kind of non-existent. The lane swap is quite interesting because it's another thing to consider. You know, if you lane swap on your opponent the first game in the series, they have to consider that for the rest of the game, and it has to change the way you draft, has to change the way you consider situations. It's just that it's a very cool strategy into Yumi Garen. I think that's the standout here. The fact that it works into Yumi Garen, and potentially in some other scenarios where champions of the enemy team are very weak at dealing with it. Kiana, Vladimir, Akali, Yumi Garen is some of the worst level 1 champions, early game champions in the game in terms of diving, because Kiana needs level 3. Kiana also has such a handicapped clear if she doesn't get to start red, and she was so slowed down, didn't get a good leash, and everything went in Loki's favor this game, honestly. They sold the Nash, which is a big deal. I think Damon's Nash attempt was very, very bad. They could have waited longer. They could have waited more patiently, because at that point they just scale better than the enemy. Tristana reached full items. Sure, everyone's talking about how Tristana scales well, but if she reached the point of full items, she's not going to scale any further. And Damwon had more items to build, so they could have played more patiently, because Loki was really not pressuring it at all. I think Loki could have also done a better job of pressuring in the mid game, late game. They could have just played a steady 4-1. They wasted TF ult a couple of times, Orn ult a couple of times, and they need to just play a lot tighter around the Tristana. We had a discussion about always being at a disadvantage if you have to engage, and I made the chess analogy. I think inherently a lot of abilities are just stronger if the enemy runs into you. It's easier to hit skill shots, it's easier to land bigger ultimates, because everyone has to commit. Their movement becomes a lot more predictable. So definitely, if you have to engage, you're going to be at a disadvantage. Sorry for getting stuck on that point. It just completely... I had the thought in my head, but I couldn't manifest it into words. So thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you guys on the next interesting game that happens in the World Championship. Peace. I say peace, but I need to press the record button. So peace again. Bless you. If you sneeze during this video, bless your face. I'll catch you guys on the next one.